While the Lakers were holding a touching ring ceremony, doing the best they could without fans in the arena, the Clippers were silently waiting to ruin the whole thing. For LeBron and company, the offseason was a blur of only 72 days to recover, with new pieces and a shortened training camp. So it was natural they'd be taking it easy, while Kawhi Leonard and Paul George had massive chips on their shoulders. Lakers fans need only shrug, while Clippers fans can get re-excited by the win and a statement that they're ready to contend for an NBA title. There's been talk of Ty Lue wanting to use elements of the triangle offense recently, and being a triangle offense coach, my eyes and ears perked up. So I went through all 100 half-court sets by the Clippers in desperate search for this mythical triangle they're talking about. This is the basic triangle high post series, where the guard enters the ball to the wing before making a UCLA cut off the elbow. Then an inside ball screen is set. Notice on the weak side that Leonard would then get a double staggered pin down. When Lue rejects the screen, it opens Ivica Zubac to slip to the basket for the dunk. What's weird to me is that the Bulls would run this for Michael Jordan on the wing to get the inside ball screen. But the Clippers are running this with Kawhi as the high post setting the screen. This does work when the switch is forced and Leonard can take Schroeder into the post, but he travels when he gathers the ball here. Notice the right foot down is the gather step, the left foot plants, that's the pivot foot, and then he shuffles both feet quickly. Again, they run the triangle high post with Kawhi in the Luke Longley spot, but they add a nice little wrinkle. Instead of coming over to set the ball screen, they pass it to him. Watch how Paul George is then going to flex action on the weak side by setting a slice cut for Beverly before getting a pin down from Ibaka. Schroeder gets lost for 2 steps, and it causes KCP to take him out of the play. While this play was ultimately successful, I bet Kawhi wants his assist. The only other action they ran that resembled the triangle was the secondary action of pinch post. After the guard cuts off the elbow looking for the ball back, the weak side forward sets a pin down for the guard in the corner. The elbow player can fake the handoff, then dribble across the free throw line for a handoff to that guard. The Clippers don't set up an initial triangle, just center the pass to the big to get into this type of pistol action right away. And it was the best thing they ran all night, especially because they can vary who gets the handoff. First it's Kawhi turning the corner into the middle, collapsing the defense and drawing a foul. Then it's Paul George coming off that pin down into handoff, stringing it out until Leonard can cut up to receive the pass, force the help from one pass away, and generate an open look from 3 for Beverly. They get this action for Leonard cutting onto the corner, where he too gets right into the lane for an easy pull-up jumper from 12 feet. And don't forget my favorite part of this type of action, the fake handoff, as Gasol takes half a step towards PG anticipating the handoff, and Ibaka gets right to the basket and draws more free throws. The only other shred of triangle offense I saw all night got me excited at first. Kawhi makes a center opposite cut to the strong side to form the triangle, and when it's reversed, I thought for sure Ibaka was going to catch the ball at the pinch post, but instead, it became a pick and roll and an offensive foul. Poop. Over on the Lakers side, there might be a slight cause for concern, as LeBron James struggled from the field and then tweaked his ankle in the 4th, coming out soon after despite the close game. But it doesn't look serious, especially because we know how regimented LeBron is with taking care of his body to be as healthy as possible, particularly with what he eats.
Taco Tuesday!
And you should be the same way, especially with your breakfast. Too many cereals are filled with sugar and chemicals you really shouldn't be eating, and that's where Magic Spoon comes in. They've created incredible tasting cereals that have no sugar, 11 grams of protein, and only 3 net grams of carbs. Each of their 4 flavors tastes so good, it would even make a guy like Kawhi Leonard smile. Once I started eating their frosted flavor, I swear I could not put the bowl down, whether I was working on my shot in the driveway or just sitting on the couch working my thumbs on Twitter. My favorite flavors right now are frosted and fruity, and it's almost impossible to believe Magic Spoon cereals don't have sugar. It's literally too good to be true. The folks over at Magic Spoon gave me my own page, so click on my link, use my promo code BBALL, and get free shipping on a variety pack. I'm positive you'll really like it. But if you don't, they'll refund your money, no questions asked. That's magicspoon.com/bball and use the code bball for free shipping, and without all those carbs and sugar, you'll be moving a lot quicker, like Kawhi Leonard did on this second quarter drive to the hoop. Speaking of Kawhi Leonard, the key matchup that will have real ramifications in a playoff series is Anthony Davis guarding Kawhi. The primary way the Clippers used to get Kawhi open was running him off of pin-down screens that really seemed to work against AD. They weren't switching these, and it left Davis several steps behind the play each time. He takes a very poor route on this double-staggered pin down on the weak side, allowing an easy catch and shoot from behind the line to give the Clippers much-needed separation in the third. They'd also put Kawhi in the corner and set a screen for him there with the ball out top. And Kawhi has such good position that a fadeaway ends up being an easy shot for him. This time, AD goes underneath the screen as not to give up the backdoor cut again, but it gave Kawhi an opening to shoot that he didn't take. And although Kawhi gets by him into the lane, AD's length and recovery forces the awkward miss. Same action that is contained well, so Kawhi tries to force the switch with a step-up screen. Again, the Lakers refuse to switch this, and suddenly the shot clock was working against the Clippers. AD stays glued to him and forces the impossible shot from the corner. With Marc Gasol out there, the Clippers simply ball screen with his man and let Kawhi get downhill into attack mode with this turnaround fadeaway over the Lakers' big man. Davis isn't going to get around the ball screen quick enough to contain, leaving Gasol on his own, and this will be a thing to watch for quite a lot in a playoff series. Kawhi also wasn't shy in attacking Davis in isolation from all around the court, and here's where Davis can have a real effect with his quickness and length, as Kawhi tried a variety of moves to get his shot off, culminating in this blow-by into a ball screen in the lane, ultimately leading to free throws. The best part of the game for the Lakers was when they closed a big lead to just 2 at the end of the first half. Down 14, they run a great set where KCP sets the step-up screen and then flares around Anthony Davis to get the pass. And Batum tries to protect the rim, but put Caldwell Pope on the line. With Batum having to guard AD, the Lakers naturally go down low. The Clippers seem prepared for this, sending a hard double and bumping Beverly down, but he gambles for the steal and ends up bumping his old friend Montrezl Harrell for the and one. The Clippers decided to put Zubats on AD and Batum on Gasol. The Lakers wasted no time going right at this matchup as AD just drops in the jumper over the contest. They try it again, and I like how the Clippers are willing to give some help, but it doesn't matter even as AD hits the step back from 15 feet. Nasty. As part of this AD on Kawhi matchup, you'll see Leonard set the ball screen and then pop. It leaves AD trying to close out. Kawhi blows right by him, tons of contact by Gasol but no call, and it leads to this pretty fast break with the one touch from LeBron to KCP for the flush. Then, in transition, I couldn't believe my eyes. It looks like Batum picked up LeBron, but then thought PG was going to switch onto him. PG didn't get the memo, and LeBron was left all alone near the hoop, where he eventually earns free throws. You can see Kawhi wants the double team once Davis gets the ball on the block, and that the Clippers had prepared for this. However, they double with Ibaka off of LeBron James of all people. Lou had come over to pick him up, but very quickly decides George should do the honors, and that just means LeBron gets the smosh all over the rim. The Lakers tried LeBron on Kawhi this time, and LeBron also struggled dealing with the off-ball screens, allowing Kawhi to get into the lane. This doesn't lead to an attack until George rejects the screen to blow right past Kuzma. AD foolishly helps one pass away off the corner. Morris was right there for the help from the weak side, and it gives the Clips a wide open 3 from the corner. However, after this ISO step back 3 miss from Kawhi, there is some confusion as to who is guarding LeBron in transition, so he goes right to the basket. From this angle, you can see what the ref saw, an extra long step and slight elbow into Ibaka to create all the contact. However, the ball goes in, LeBron is upset and demands a replay, and this ends up being an and one. This call could have gone either way, I think, and it allowed the Lakers to cut the lead to 3. But it didn't matter much because Paul George decided to go supernova all over Staples Center to almost single-handedly put this game out of reach. He ended up shooting 13 for 18 from the field for a game-high 33 points and a plus 17, slightly redeeming himself from his performance in the playoffs. well, just for one night. But it gives us a glimpse into what these Clippers can do and the matchup nightmare they present for the Lakers. A lot of things have to happen right for this team to do something as monumental as beat the defending champs in a series, and while it's clear a regular season game isn't going to give us the full picture, particularly with how the Lakers are going to take it relatively easy, the Clippers have put everyone on notice that they're out there hungry to prove themselves.